All right, so our advanced level for geometry basics is looking at a figure like this and trying to figure out the middle pieces. And as you look, we're using the same vocab and the same relationships that we already know. So we know that if this right here is a straight line, then we can figure out what happens at angle A. So angle A is just going to be 180 minus 135. And you can just put that in your calculator. And this would mean that this is 45 degrees. We also know that the shape that's formed is a triangle here. And so we know that all three angles of a triangle have to add up to be 180. So if I do 180 minus 45 minus 90, or if I know that A and D have to add up to be 90, then I also know that this angle of D is 45 degrees. We know that angle C, we know that angle C is a vertical angle with 135. So we know that this angle is 135. And we also know angle A and B are vertical angles, so angle B is 45. And then we're just going to go from there. We know that if we have the right angle here, then the vertical angle, J, is also 90 degrees. And we know that K and J are a linear pair, so if it's 90 on the right, it's going to also be 90 on the left. And we know that angle D is 45 degrees and angle G is its vertical angle. So these two angles have to be equal to each other. So angle G is 45. And we also know that we have this being a linear pair. And so if we have 45 here, 180 minus 45 makes angle F be 135, which makes angle E also be 135 because they're vertical. And now we pretty much have everything. We can find angle H because we now have another triangle. So we've got this triangle GHI. So we have this little blue triangle, and it also has to add up to be 180. So I can find angle H by going 180 minus 135 minus 35, which is going to give us the angle H is 10. And our last angle that we haven't found yet is the angle I, but I do know that these two angles have to add up to be 90 degrees. So angle I is going to be 90 minus 35. And so 90 minus 35 gives us the angle I is 55.